but now you have referee roid rage. You are so true to your code of ethics and the code of law that you basically become a referee paladin.
Nice.
I like the idea of that, a referee paladin.
I think
I'm
like I
putting
made
this up
one
to
of
this match, casting Sanctuary on the ring. Right now, everybody has to try and force the fight.
If I remember, I think the trick I made with that was what was the trick that I made with it? The trick that I had with it, I ended up making it so that that's the only aspiration that allows referees to deal law damage. Oh yeah, that was it. You when you hit one of the levels, you can write into your little referee's book a move that is now deemed as an illegal move in your code of ethics. So if anyone was to commit to that move, they get law damage.
Nice.
I can just imagine this. Think about Erg and say suplexes would be illegal moves.
And then
Ouch.
the last one was to make the I don't remember what I called it. I think I just called it conniving ref, which is basically the dirty ref.
Oh, yeah.
Where his skills would be fast counting your opponents, so they automatically start pinfalls and submission rolls with one less die to roll.
Oof.
But you can only do that once per official match if you, as a referee, are actually reffing the match. Then there was what was it? A skill that basically allows the dirty ref to kind of like get out of nowhere and pass to an ally within range one of 3 different weapons. Because of course he's a dirty ref, he's got to have something packing.
Sweet.
As you do.
And then the last one. Oh, what was the last one I did? Oh yeah, that was it. I made a skill that was called Convenient Low Blow. Which is that you can, when your opponent is attacking, you can, instead of attacking them with part of your sequence, instead attempt to go for a low blow, where if you do, they roll the save, and if they fail the save, they take damage, and their the move they were about to perform is negated. Because they're clutching onto their balls going, ooh!
Sounds rather interesting.
It's very early testing, because, I mean, the whole trick with the ref is that they don't fight like everyone else because they're referees, apart from a version of the ref that does fight like everyone else. So they attack on their opponent's turns after their opponents have attacked either them or an enemy within range, but instead of attacking them with actual moves, they attack them with verbal abuse, saying, "Hey, watch what you're doing!" And all that.
Hey, we're wrestling here.
Come on, this is supposed to be a wrestling match, not a dance party. Come on.
No, but then it would make someone like Balthazar Blatt from Despicable Me. Instead of actually taking the fight serious, it's like, it's a dance-off, bro. Oh, right. So, we're just waiting for Marie to get here. And then we can start some D&D. Because we have a lot to catch up on.
Oh boy, yes. Oh man.
Also, I did buy something legendary uh, earlier this week.
Oh.
I bought the Half-Life bundle.
Nice. Thinking about it, actually, Half-Life Alyx is meant to be coming out soon.
Yeah, that's why I got it. Because I want to play it before I get Alex.
Oh my god, it comes out in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think so.
It does, release date March 23rd.
Oh crap.
2 weeks today.
Nah, damn it.
Still, the best bit in that trailer is when you get the pistol. Don't worry, it's not loaded. Bang! Well, it's not loaded now. And I want to say that's not Nick Frost, Simon Pegg. Boo. Boo on that meme, dumb. What subreddit was that from? Oh, okay, it's actually all funny. I'll let it slide this one time.
Oh, that's great. That's so great. I appreciate that.
Oh, so great. I think that's one thing that did surprise me when I was in Cardiff. Like, because one thing I am happy about that they have, Bedford doesn't have, HMV. And then I was greatly surprised that there is a box set for all the episodes of Batman Beyond.
Oh, that was a great series.
Such a good series.
Did you know when they announced what's his name for the new Batman?
Still haven't watched it.
I know it's the one they're filming now. They've been filming it up in Glasgow the past couple of days. All the set photos now come out.
Robert Pattinson.
Thank you. I can remember the guy's name. I would say that wimp from Twilight. But I had it pegged as like, oh, okay, we're doing Batman Beyond.
This is like I was making a trip with my dad, and I'm like, oh my god, what if they call the movie Batman Twilight?
Oh god.
It would kind of work for Batman, but then we can never take the Pattinson Batman seriously, because every time we look at him, just go, I'm Batman.
We couldn't take Batfleck seriously because the dude is like built like a tank.
True. He was like Dad Fleck.
Well, no, everyone was like, oh yeah, everyone's really into this whole Dark Knight Returns comic book that Alan Moore wrote yonks ago.
Let's make a thick Batman.
And they completely missed the point of Dark Knight Returns.
Oh yeah.
In fact, the only person that's gone close was Nolan, because there's literally like the first half of Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, the problem is that Christian Bale's still in his mid-30s and not in his mid-60s. Although apparently he wants to be a Marvel villain in one of their upcoming productions.
Hmm.
Which I've now been like evil mastermind chinbeard stroking like, where would you go, Mr. Bale? Who did you want to play?
Oh boy.
Well, Patterson in the Marvel universe is a bad guy, or is it?
No, they're
Batfleck?
Bale. Christian Bale being a bad guy.
Ooh.
Yeah. I need to find that article, but I'll find it later.
Christian. Christian Bale. We'll get him next time.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Christian Bale. Well, Mysterio's out of a question. Sadly.
Okay, he's going to be in Thor: Love and Thunder, so that narrows it down by quite a lot.
So it's a 4. Oh no! No, they can't. No, they can't. No, never mind. No. Because if it's Love and Thunder, there is no way that it's going to be the villain that I'm thinking of, which would be amazing, but I can't see Bale doing it.
Which is...
Oh, what was his... Let me remind myself. Is it...
Hey.
Oh yeah. Well, he could. He could do. He could maybe do the voice of Gore the God Butcher.
Yeah.
Just because I want to see the God Butcher.
I love the fact that someone's put him as Adam Warlock.
Oh.
But the Photoshop work they've done looks perfect. It's like, yeah, no, I can believe that. But I can't see Christian Bale allowing himself to be spray painted gold.
Oh man. Oh, but then technically, if he was to be Adam Warlock, he could be good and bad Warlock.
But the thing is that they've been saying Bob Warlock for more Guardians territory. Because that's who's in the cocoon at the end of Guardians 2.
True.
When what's her face is like, he will be the perfect one amongst us. Yeah, it's going to be Adam Warlock.
But you know what will, but you know what will be perfect among us? Playing D&D.
Indeed, so let's sit down and play some D&D, shall we?
Yeah,
So
get on there.
hello everybody. Welcome to Tales of Fumbles and Fortunes here on Tales of Gaming Addiction. A show where we sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons.
And talk rubbish.
And
Or
and talk random
fun.
things for the first, 20 minutes or so of the show, because we've got nothing better to do.
I mean, this is true.
I mean, this would be like watching Critical Role or something as everyone's walking in and like getting set up. Bless you.
Yes?
And Gardex, this session will be played by the coronavirus.
You're welcome.
We have evolved, we have assimilated.
There's enough hassle going on at home with.
Like, what is a druid? But coronavirus personified. I mean, technically, if you think about it, could you make an evil druid in D&D based around the coronavirus and having like spells like blight?
Yeah, it'd just be a circle of plagues.
Yeah, it would be actually awesome that there would be like coronavirus, SARS, MERS.
That's the trick.
Please stop talking about it, because like I said, I've had enough hassle with it at home at the minute.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, guys. We should really get to the recap of what happened last week.
Yeah.
Indeed.
We do.
So, last week, for those that weren't here, and just need a quick little catching up and a recap, our wonderful banded heroes have been delving through Umbreon's tower, the Black Prime Dragon of... I forgot what his actual domain was now. Whoops, that was a dumb thing to do. Anyway, regardless, you had gone all the way up through his tower in search of Jinzakuna, the famous rogue assassin who held some artifacts. And in doing so, you came across some of Gardex's old foes, the Black Axe clan. Felling a few of those, you then came across a previous party member from the previous group for your TPK'd in Nil Brawn Anvil, who had been coerced to help them in unlocking the unlocking the tower's secrets and gaining access to some of the more hidden chambers. Managed to get to said hidden chambers, at which point Neil tried to abscond with the wonderful shield, but you guys managed to see through his deception, and so he made a beeline for the lowest level of the tower, where in this basement you found a dragonborn-like demon. So it had like the scaly body and everything else, the tail, the head of a blue dragon with wings, and everything else. And after a quick battle, you managed to kill Nil, but in the process release this demon who teleported away with Nil in tow. Reading from that loss, Marlon, seemingly not being himself for that briefest of moments, said that we need to go somewhere else and had cast Plane Shift, which is where we ended last session.
Da-da.
As you all plane shift to a familiar, to some of you anyway, a familiar sea of stars and swirling clouds. Think that wonderful sort of galaxy imagery that NASA always seems to put out every few years.
And as we arrive there, Melrin just looks around. Is this real, or
Is this
am I
fantasy?
hallucinating again?
Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality.
Knew you were going to do that somehow. Just couldn't resist.
You're talking to a person who's practically a bard. What did you expect?
Well, so as you stand there in the swirling sea of stars and clouds, you can see faint stars sort of birthing with bright lights and then settling down, and others just blinking out of existence. And as you all try to gather your bearings, you hear very deep, ominous rumblings coming from all around you. No distinct source, it's not coming through your feet, it seems to be coming from the very core of your beings. And from where you stand, you are now surrounded by pillars of cloud that quite literally dwarf you. The light from the stars then begins to sort of shadow out, and you find yourselves in utter darkness. So I'm actually going to bring you guys over to a special little map I had prepared for this one little bit of RP, because I'm nice.
I don't like this map.
I do, I love it.
I hate this map.
I've been umming and ahhing about it all week.
I really don't like this map. Because I scrolled up and I see more map.
What the?
So as these clouds then begin to take a form and a shape, they become the 10 different main types of dragon. The 5 chromatic and the 5 metallic.
Yeah.
A couple of them, of course, look familiar to you. Marlon specifically knows the brass dragon, which is this one here, as the head of it, is the head of his staff.
Are any of them Io?
No. No, none of them are Io. I'm trying to think who else had draconic items. Oh, and Gardex, you would recognise the gold dragon, as that's similar to the head in your hammer.
Ooh.
Which would be this one over here. And I think that's it. That was the only...
Yes.
Yeah, you got the...
Yeah.
You only recently picked up the Umber Carapace, but no one's attuned to that item yet. But anyway, alongside these various dragons you can see various humanoid figures, some obscured by the cloud and the mist, so you can't make them out. However, over on the chromatic side, you can see 2 figures. One of them, standing next to the green dragon, is Lady Shinju, in a much more conservative, almost nun-like dress. I can't remember what the actual term is. And over at the white dragon you can see Jin Sakuna standing there cross-armed with what look like 2 brilliant white short swords at his waist. And eventually, as you all begin to settle and find your feet, the gold dragon comes down lower to you all and welcomes you. to the Council of Io. We apologise, and he sort of gestures over to Marlon and apologises for persuading his brother to summon you all here, but needs must at this point in time. Something has gone very wrong.
Indeed, from what I can gather.
Yes. There are events are unfolding and we can't stop them. We have tried from our point here, but they have been unsuccessful. And across the way, the Red Dragon Lilith then begins to sort of yell angrily that they should just be done with this. Take over their current possessors of their items, possess them and use them to get this job done. They're more powerful than this. They can go further than most mortals ever can. And the bickering begins to start, and you all begin to panic once more as you fear that maybe a fight might break out. But they eventually calm themselves down and resume back to counselling you, and they inform you that what has happened is that there has been an unnatural shift in balance between the material plane and a plane of existence known as the Shadowfell. And somehow you five are the root cause of it.
Yay!
Yeah.
I take my hammer.
Codex. Not yay.
Well, I was more yaying me, not yaying character.
Yeah.
God, it should be just more like, don't shit yourself, don't shit yourself, don't shit yourself.
This balance has occurred all because some other bloke took us to another celestial plane and told us that there was a black dragon coming back. They're actually just trying to help you guys.
The small one speaks truth.
First Yggdrasil, now dragons. What's next? A giant caterpillar? Don't summon one, please.
No.
To which, as you say that, Gardex, the couple was like, would you like me to summon one? I can. It's been a while. I think it'd be really interesting to summon one.
No. It would not.
Oh,
This time.
fine. I'll behave. But the next time you want something summoned, summon it. But anyway, the dragons, all in unison in one deep resonant voice, then ask you all, have any of you come in contact with a psychopump? A reaper? A shadow of death?
Don't look at me.
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that I'm aware of. Such events.
Never heard of him.
Don't I not know of Avatar of Death? Or Shadow of Death? Or whatever that word was.
Everyone go ahead and make a religion check for me, and I'll fully win.
Oh boy.
It's time for that -1 hype. I'm an atheist.
Hey, decent-er.
Alright, we all rolling for...
Religion.
Yes, religion.
I'm pretty sure I'm proficient in it.
I think I am as well. No,
I
I'm not.
should load. Religion, yes. I'm +9.
That's not a good choice in music. Where's it gone? Sorry, I'm just trying to find the right music.
The show must go on by Queen.
God damn it.
It's not that it is, no. Oh, what was it called?
This is the greatest show.
Out of character, I must say that it's funny that well, my characters usually are pretty atheist, but god damn, they roll high on religion checks.
If you go down to the astral plane, you're sure of a big surprise.
Big scaly lizardy kind.
Today.
Right.
You wouldn't keep your eyes.
Everyone but Gardex, what they begin to describe as psychopumps and everything else are just basically Grim Reapers. They don't kill you, they're the ones that just take your soul and move you to your next plane of existence. Every culture has their own variation and name on them. Melrin and Marlon, the two of you know that there is another name for such a person called Xanatos
No.
for the Greek.
God damn it.
Why is it that I just want to sing Xanadu?
Gonna punish you to hell.
No. It's a musical. It's with Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, I will have to look it up now.
Oh, that's Xanadu.
Yeah. Well, we can do it.
Also,
No one's Agatu. Yeah. I got.
Yeah. We'll look it up later.
I gotta say that Dom, your Vanilla WoW character, I still want to punch him in the face.
What?
Just because of the name.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Yeah.
Oh, his WoW character from WoW Classic.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's bad I've actually forgotten what his name was.
You did call him Xanatos.
Oh yeah, of course. But I made him a paladin if I'm right.
Yeah.
No, druid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, was
Druid.
it a druid?
No, cleric.
Yeah, you were a cleric. Yeah, you were a
Cleric.
priest.
Oh, yeah.
I had the paladin and Foxy was the
Priest.
rogue.
That's it.
No, I was the priest.
Oh yeah, you both went priest, didn't you?
Yeah.
So I had to sit there and tank everything. You guys just kept trying to heal me.
Priest.
Yeah, we're doing stuff well above our level. Just keep me tanked and you guys healed. Anyways, but all this information, Marlon, also you would remember Xanatos. You met him way back a while ago at... Yeah, I've forgotten the city name now.
I know which place you mean. Hillside?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, outside the city of Hillside.
Okay. I vaguely remember.
Yeah, where he taunted you all for surviving and everything else. He was actually there to collect someone else. And Gardex, you also remember Xanatos. As you are cursed right now.
The twatty cake baker's man that left me with this annoying itch.
I'm not going to pass judgment, but if... No, I'm going to send it as a PM. That's because I'm nice.
Dad, this is mine, not yours.
I have to say it, otherwise I can't. Right, there we go. It's in the Discord chat.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, but
It's terrible, but I had to say it.
yeah.
I couldn't keep that one in. Still,
Okay.
again, Gardex, you also remember Xanatos as well, as you have been marked and cursed.
Yup.
And as you all come to this realization, your curse now finally activates.
Oh shit.
Oh damn it.
Shit.
Only because I actually couldn't remember what the original curse was. I made a note in my logs of Gardex is cursed. Side note: do curse later and inform Dom. Never did. So surprise!
I had it written down as struck by magical means or failed DC. I take an additional 1d4 necrotic damage. At least at the moment.
But that has now changed. Sorry for the retconning. And it begins to activate. You notice that Dom's body then begins to go off with this sickly, ghastly green smoke. As then a spectral figure similar to Gardex appears, wielding a scythe, holds out his hand and then points out that Gardex is not welcome here. This is not his plane. He is to go elsewhere.
Oh god.
Do you all wish to do anything?
Well,
And everyone's like, no, just let him die. Fuck it.
well, as you probably see from the map, Melran and Tidak took a few steps back.
Raise a spear. Yeah, Tedak's gonna raise a spear, point it towards like the other Gardex with the scythe.
Yeah, and Melran will actually.
Yeah.
Yep, go on.
Go ahead.
He is going to take out his bow and string it, and well, be ready to shoot.
Gardex, you want us to kill other you?
Now, question before I answer that. At this moment in time with the spectral other me, am I perfectly fine, or am I like in a yee, ooh?
No, you're fine. It's like you can see the smoke around you and everything else, but it doesn't hurt, it doesn't feel cold, there's no sensation to it. And equally, like, this figure seems to be mimicking your every move. Quite literally a shadow you.
I hold a hand out to stop the group at where they are, as as I go into my pocket, because if he's following my exact actions, I'm curious. I go into like my pocket and whip out one of the acid daggers that T-Dag made ages ago. I gave one to everyone. Now, does he have an acid dagger, or does he just have an empty...
He has an empty hand.
I throw the acid dagger at him just to see if it does anything.
Okay, make an attack roll with the acid dagger.
Right. Luckily I have this set up. It may come out... Oh no, it's that using... Because this would be using my dex, not that.
What a weird set of events this has become.
Let me just do that, just to see how I've set that up. So that's using strength, I'll have to redo it. Never mind. D20... I think it's just a flat one, because I have no dex. Yay! But I am proficient in dags.
Yeah, so you get to add your proficiency bonus, but no dex.
That's fine. So I at least get 5. I have a chance. Ooh.
That's very good. Okay then. So you throw the dagger, it goes through the spectral figure, but now you feel the pain.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So go ahead and deal 7 points of slashing and 2 points of acid damage to yourself.
Right, let me just add that up.
As you feel the same point where it goes through him, you feel it hit you and just keep going all the way through. It is excruciatingly painful.
Crap.
And the figure just sits there and wiggles his one finger at you and says, No. It's not how this works. Just end up hurting yourself instead of me.
It was worth testing.
Was it really? Be honest.
Because if I could hit you, I would have used my hammer.
We both know that to be a terrible idea.
I just take this moment to turn to the group and just go, don't hit him. If you hit him, you hit me.
Dragon!
The dragons all sit there and seem to be in that whole moment of, we can't interfere.
Shit.
What if?
Someone help!
The only other idea that I have.
Gonna say, is
It's
there
a
anything
bit of
I
a-
can actually do?
Oh,
I think there is. I believe you've got spells that can deal with this kind of thing. I'm fairly certain you do. I can't remember your spell list off the top of my head.
What are we looking at?
Ha-pa-da-pa-pa. Give me a sec.
Tedak's doing the grog.
Protection from good and evil, I don't think it's going to help very much at this point.
Yeah. Tedak's doing the grog. The witch goes, fix him! Fix him! Someone fix Gardex! You have magic spells! Fix him!
You do actually. There is a way you can deal with this. You can dispel. As part from your upgraded staff, you now can cast dispel magic.
Alright. What was that?
I said you can now cast dispel magic from your staff as a stored spell.
dispel magic. Fireball.
Gardex, take
Wherever it is on the list. I can't actually see it on my list, on my...
It can't be added into the Roll20 list because Roll20 is a bit crazy with magic items and adding spells.
But we can do dispel magic then.
Yep. So go ahead, because it's higher than a 3rd level spell. I need you to make an intelligence roll for me. Straightforward intelligence check.
Oh shit.
Check, not a saving throw.
Right.
Yeah, so for anyone watching at home, this is dispel magic in a nutshell. If I was to just post what it says on my screen.
Fantastic. And as you sit there and use your stealth, the creature then fully disconnects from Gardex and the curse is broken.
Yes.
And at which point, those of you nearby the shadow of Gardex feel an almighty rush of air as you just watch a silver dragon just squash this shadow into nothing. And as the claw comes back and you feel like the sudden rush of air pull you backwards, the silver dragon points out that I don't really like those things. They really do get everywhere. But that's what we mean.
So, yeah, I think at this time I just look at everyone. I go down on my knees and bow my head in a kind of form of disgrace, as I just address to everyone. I could not speak of this evil plaguing me. It occurred a while ago, and yet I could not speak it. I'm so sorry.
The Silver Dragon accepts your apology, but points out that sometimes you need to acknowledge these things to go forward. Gives you like the whole being humble about your weaknesses, religious stuff. Meanwhile, the White Dragon on the other side of you points out that says, "Weak and stupid drivel. Your hunt down will give you the curse and killed it." And Jin just shrugs and says, "Sorry, he's like that sometimes." White dragons are not known for their courtesies.
And I met many an orc that is like that.
But this gathering of dragons now points out to you that this is the problem. The Reapers themselves shouldn't be cursing people with this kind of stuff. And they shouldn't be trying to upset the natural flow of life to death. Clearly what's caused this lies somewhere within the Shadowfell, a plane of existence they can't go. So, since you all seem to be holding artifacts of power, maybe you should go. You might be able to survive it.
So what now?
Oh, we're sending you to the plane of the dead.
Road trip.
Where's my sunglasses?
And hopefully the artifacts in your possession will keep you safe. And with that in mind, I believe the only person here not in possession of an artifact is Melrin.
Yes. I believe so.
And as you all realise this, Melrin, Jinsukuna walks over to you, and he hands you a rather nice looking white bow.
Oh. Nice.
And informs you that...
Is it like...
Consider you be like, oh yes, Shiro.
Yes, and points out to you that this is the artifact for the White Dragon Shiramegami. Just be careful, it can get a bit mind of its own at times.
Okay. Also, I believe we could... we had a little evil sword come to our possession, so we could probably give it to you, so we won't have a problem with it.
All the dragons look at each other like, what evil sword?
Marin is like, where's the loot bag? I think we put it there. And he, as soon as someone brings it over, he pulls it out and keeps it tightly sheathed and hands it over like this. This almost took me over. That's why I asked, am I hallucinating, or is this really happening?
I would like everybody to make wisdom saving throws at this time.
No.
I should be okay. I can
I
dream.
will also point out, by the way, this is against fear, So Tidak,
Okay, so I have advantage on this.
yes, being a halfling.
Sweet! Oh, nice.
Nice.
It's a win.
Well,
Just require Marlon's wonderful wisdom saving throw.
Once I get the nail clippers out of my hand.
Marlon's just sort of clipping his claws, like. "Doo-doo-doo."
Wisdom.
Your wisdom saving throw.
Oh, saving throw this time, not.
Yeah, saving throw.
There you go.
Hey, that's pretty good. So Tidak, Melrin, and Marlon all saved. The rest of you failed entirely as this entire gathering of dragons has let out a roar of absolute anger and rage, and you two are now terrified. Stop screaming!
Alon is literally just sat cutting his nails.
At which point,
Just running around the room like Dexter in that one episode when he's gone like, my hair is on fire! My hair is on fire!
yeah. But instantly, the red dragon and the brass dragon, in sort of combination, instantly yell, "Where did you get that?"
Half-orc
Laugh.
habit. Not this half-orc. Another half-orc. Another
Yeah.
half-orc habit. We met in Tower.
yes.
No one's to have that sword. Where did he get it?
We have no idea.
What do you mean you have no idea? You must have some idea.
We just picked it up after he died.
This was back in the thingy tower, wasn't it? The bra.
Yes, it was. The
Yeah.
No, you found that this one came from Umbreon's tower. It was what Neil was carrying.
Yeah, I was going to say. It's
At which point, Bronthe's Echo walks over to you and it's almost towering over you all and points at it. It can't stay here. It acts as a anchoring point and literally just bamps it out of the plane you're in.
Well. Okay.
It'll be back somewhere on your plane of existence. Safe out the way, I think.
All right.
Hopefully. Maybe. Marlon.
Perhaps.
yes.
Just in case it comes up again, could you move that sword somewhere else?
Not a problem.
Fantastic. And
What would happen if it had gone to a plane of existence where the black dragon was?
that's why it's like kind of concerned. It's like, yeah, I plane shifted it to the prime material. I don't know where. That could come back to bite me. Well, bridge across when we cross it. Anyway, these 10 dragons, however, now charging you with going to the Shadowfell and trying to deal with the imbalance of Reapers. Do you accept?
so that accept.
I suppose we had much 10 dragons looking at us.
No, you could always refuse.
What good books would that put us in?
Well, you certainly would be getting a Christmas card. A solstice card, rather. Christmas doesn't exist in this universe. Or if we do decide to send you one, it'd just be a rather generic one.
So that accept.
Yeah, I think we pretty much all accept.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't speak for the others.
Yep.
Kira accepts.
It would be my honor to serve in such task.
Fantastic. Okay then. And with that, they all roar in unison. Your vision clouds over as this nebula begins to swirl in around you. You feel the usual effects of a plane shift occurring. And you find yourselves now touching down on solid Earth. Somewhere out in the cosmos. As you all touch down, get your bearings, I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sweet. Is it against poison?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Marlon currently just has a needle and thread in his hands because that's what I do.
It's making repairs. Have any idea how hard it is to get ropes in my size? This fit?
I'm imagining, like in Harry Potter with the port key, and Harry Potter just lands, and then Cedric Diggory and his dad just come like gliding down, like walking down an escalator.
So, oh dear, Kira, you suffer 2 points of exhaustion,
Holy shit.
and Melvin, you only suffer 1.
Ooh. Ouch. Okay.
As you now find yourselves in a different plane of existence. It is familiar territory, to be sure. You find yourselves somewhere on the edge. In fact, go ahead and give me some nature checks as well.
Nature.
Yes, nature. Checks of the natural kind.
You need what? Damn it.
Wheaton dice curse. Jeez.
Yeah, you are Wheaton Dice Curse this week.
I was Wheaton dice curse yesterday too.
Oh dear. Quickly go find a 4-leaf clover, a rabbit's foot, and start throwing half a pound of salt over your left shoulder. I can't think of the other good luck. Old wives' tales.
If I cast lesser restoration on myself, will that cancel any of the exhaustion?
I don't think so. I can't remember what restoration actually restores.
Lesser restoration restores.
Either a disease or one condition afflicting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. So no.
No. No, the only way to cure exhaustion is with rests, and in your case, a long rest. Anyway.
Which we kind of do, actually.
So who got the highest? Oh, T-Deck. That's not a massive shocker.
I mean, what about Gardex? Oh, never
Nope.
mind.
6.
Yeah, Gardex is not doing well.
Tosh, I can barely hear you. I don't know if the others
Oh,
can or
that's
not.
only because I changed the microphone settings. I'll just whack it up.
I did think you were quiet, but then again, I have you maxed out on Discord, so you're just
Okay.
audible for me.
What about now? What about now?
Still a bit
Yeah, I
quiet.
can hear.
Yeah, I was going
Okay,
to say,
here we go. Is that better?
There we go.
That's more like it.
Okay, fine.
Alright then, where are we? 13. T-Deck, you recognise roughly your approximate location.
Okay, where the feck are we?
You are all the way. Have I brought you guys this map? Yes, I have. You find yourself sort of about here-ish. In the
Where?
grander scheme of things. In a place...
Where is Heerish?
Here-ish. I am pinging it on the map.
Oh, okay.
It is known as the Veridus Grove. It's a spot within the verdant wall forest that is home to the green dragon Veridus.
I'm going to ask a question.
Go on. What is the question you wish to ask? Oh, you're going to whisper it?
Yeah,
Okay then.
there we go.
can be if you so choose. Anyway, the only difference is that whilst you sort of recognise this place, the colour is entirely wrong. In fact, for all of you, the colour is wrong. You are now quite clearly in the Shadowfell. All the usual bright greens and everything else have now just gone grey. This entire universe plane is in greyscale.
Are we in color?
Indeed, you guys all seem to be colour yourselves, although slightly off hue. Certainly more darker, greyer shades. Less saturated, I suppose, is more the correct term.
Yeah, less saturated. Bit more muted.
Like a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, we're in a Tim Burton colour palette.
Pleasantville.
Nice.
Never know what you're going to find in a Tim Burton movie. Only two things are certain: Johnny Depp and Helen Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
But those of you that failed your con saves from earlier as well, as you'll begin to get your bearings, you feel weakened and tired. As if this plane of existence is literally draining the life out of you. You suspect that if you didn't have the artifacts on you, that would have been a death sentence.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they would have sent us here otherwise.
Well, they did say the artifacts might help.
Well,
there's a better chance than not.
Yeah, well, Melrin actually is like, now that we are here, should we take a rest? Should we, like, put on a camp? And,
I don't know if a
Just
rest
relax.
is exactly going to help us.
Well, if
We're
we
already
do
having
camp-
colour drained from us. I would suggest that if we're staying in one place, we would probably have even more.
that is true.
That would be my reasoning behind it anyway.
What about a short rest at least? Some of us are down hit dice.
I would say a short rest would probably be more beneficial. Shorter rest.
Yeah.
That's only my theory anyway. That's only.
I mean,
We
I'm
not
up to
know.
anything. I've got 3 spell slots.
We not know until we try.
I vote for short rest.
Yeah. Let's do a short rest.
Okay. Do you guys have a nice little short rest? Managed to regain some hit dice and some of your spell slots back. Those of you that do so from a short rest. Alrighty then.
Oh yeah, shit! I need to do hit dice as well.
You
A lot
took
of
a
hit dice.
absolute near-death beating.
Mm.
What am I on? 101. We do that.
Oh yeah, do hit points from the level up.
Yeah. I've already updated your hit points. You didn't take like any damage in the nil fight, so you were fine.
Yeah, so we had a little tussle with Neil.
So that's and then down to that.
Cool. As you all have your short rest, who has the higher perception these days? I believe it was still be Nil.
But Nil's
Yeah.
not here.
Nil's not here. The brain.
I've got a +8 to it.
Yeah, Kira. So brain was thinking Melrin, and Nil's on my mind at the minute. God, I thought I was to have a monstrously high perception because he's got a little whiz.
Yeah, perception +11.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
Alright.
+9.
Yeah, well, you all begin to notice anyway. It's hard to do initially, but then you realise that there are stuff circling around you
Yeah.
in sort of the grey-scaled scenery of the Shadowfell itself. They are humanoid. They sort of wisp about back and forth. And they approach inquisitively. They don't seem threatening.
Just curious.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we've got company.
Tedek immediately grabs his spear. Like, and gets ready to fight.
Melren gets his bow.
I get my spear just because it's a better throwing weapon.
Alan's still sewing.
Kira's got her swords out.
Okay, it eventually gets closer. These figures then begin to whisper around and stop briefly about 30 feet or so away from you. And just as like a voice on the air, that sort of faint whisper kind of noise, but I won't do it because this isn't ASMR. They ask of, how was someone like you here? You still beat.
So we have nice shiny weapons with us.
Interesting weapons. Does not explain why you are here. This is not a realm for beating.
Would we know which realm we're in?
Yeah, because we literally were told you're going to go to the Shadowfell, and everything around you is very grayscale and a bit wrong, sort of thing.
Yes, this is the Shadowfell, although what these creatures are you don't know, but those who want to, go ahead and make their nature check for me.
Another nature check.
Yeah, these are creatures of nature.
Wait, no, that's medicine. No, that's not what I wanted to do.
They're dead, Godux, they're very dead.
God damn it, nature. You scary.
That's it for everyone's got it, although Merwin's now a bit perplexed. These are known as shadows. They are literally echoes of souls that have long since passed.
Ah, I see. So would it be like, essentially like it's an imprint of someone, a bit like in Hercules where Hades has the
Kind of, yeah.
blurring of like just the people in it, and although they're not actually people and they're dead, they've still got like a living embodiment showing in the water.
Yeah, although a lot of the features are now sort of just greyed out and everything else.
Yeah, no, I get that. I just mean that this is kind of like the water which is in the River of Styx where people are, you know.
Yeah, very much like souls in the River Styx. But why are you here, beating ones? This is not a realm for your kind. Do you seek to tame death as well?
Yeah, well, we're more looking to sort of tame him and, you know, send a message from some friends up the other end.
You are strange ones. But we will lead you to our home. It is only fair. Follow. And they begin to wisp off.
I guess we follow. Well,
Kira
this is out
follows.
of character. Like, they didn't attack, so Tedek's like, Fine.
Yeah.
Puts away
I don't think they
spear.
can attack necessarily. I say they're only like a soul, an imprint.
Yeah. As it leads you over the greying landscapes and rolling hills that, again, it's familiar to you all, but it's sort of in that area of Uncanny Valley. Especially for someone like T-Dak, it's like, oh yeah, I know where that place is. That leads to a small little grove. There used to be nice strawberries around there, although probably not anymore.
Yeah, Tedak has been in very deep thought since the Nil battle. But he's been very quiet since, well, apart from the whole fix him kind of part. But apart from that, he's been very quiet, which is kind of weird.
Yeah. So, it's kind of weird and Uncanny Valley-ish, but eventually you come to a sort of hill in the forest and everything else. You can see it stretches for miles around. You can make out very faintly what would be coastline. Although with everything being in the same shade of grey, it's kind of like, I think that's a sea. It might just be more trees without detail. To the south, to the north though, you can see what looks like a city. Sorry, to the east it would be a city, about where Verilanium sits in the real world.
Okay.
But from this hill, they have got a couple of small huts and everything set up. And even inside the hut, it's still earthly cold. And drab and lonely and everything else. But the shadow figures ask you to sit. They apologise for the lack of accommodation. But they are still perplexed of why you come to the realm of the dead.
Like we said, we've been sent here. Upstairs. Well, not necessarily upstairs. That's probably a bit confusing. I mean, just from another realm.
I was thinking, and I was like, not so much upstairs, more like your neighbours. Bit of a lateral move.
Yeah. I'm more thinking now along the lines of like in Futurama with the box hopping.
Oh, right. God damn it.
Behold, this box contains our own universe. Ah, okay. You've been sent to tame death. Your gods are strange ones.
Oh. Kind of because they're sort of impeding on. Really? Everything's just sort of bleeding into one.
Well, not much we can do to help you. We are but reflections, shadows. Things that should not be. You would have better luck, and they gesture to where this city is. You would be better off going there. The Shadow City. There you may find people more intelligent. No, wrong choice of words. More fleshed out than what we are. Something in the right direction.
I just mentioned now that on Interspecies Reviewers this week, the brothel was like undead girls and that because they were helping a vampire.
Huh.
I think that had no bearing on this. I planned this well in advance. I'm literally going over my own crypt notes before I start fleshing things out.
I'm just imagining 'cause in that they all like go walking off in a line to the undead brothel in the city. You know, those undead.
God damn it.
Oh, but yeah, the Shadow City. they might find more information of what you need to do. If you are really serious about trying to tame death.
Do we want to do an investigation check on them, or...?
If you're trying to discern a lie or something, that'd be an insight check.
Insight.
Ooh, I'm quite insightful.
I was going to say, other people can sort of chime in if they know exactly what we're looking for.
Oh, God.
I mean, I'm not very insightful, so I mean, I could certainly try.
Go for it, why not?
Jesus fucking Christ! Jesus, what is that with Tedek?
I think my role is the definition of I believe him.
Mm.
I just completely believe him.
For God's sakes, right now it's more like I'm trying to get used to this plane of existence. I'm used to colour, I'm used to life. There's nothing
Yeah.
here.
There's so much death.
In the back of it, if anybody mind read Gardex right now, it'd just be Rolling Stones painted black.
God damn it. Thanks. Now it's so
Stuck in
playing
your
my
head.
Yeah,
It's
stuck
what
in my
came
head.
on when I wrote this part of the adventure. So I'm fleshing out this bit. Yeah, and Sound of Silence as well. The Disturbed version is by far the better version. Fight me. But those of you that got above 15, so Tdak and Kira, they aren't lying to you. It's just for them, it's hard to find the right words. As they are like an echo of a soul, so a lot of that vocabulary has since been lost. So I try to talk to Tdak on a good day.
Pretty much.
I could say the others are welcome to chime in.
Yeah, Tedek at the moment is just perched on a stool, chair, whatever, like a bird. Just in a little bit of contemplation. I mean, he's no good with social encounters, so... We seek Reapers. Reapers going into our plane? Is that the right word?
It's the right word.
Reapers going into plane, cursing people.
Then you seek something else. City not the best place to start. And they lead you outside and they point towards the sky, and as they do so, the clouds begin to break.
Shit.
In a very cinematic and deliberate purpose.
Yeah, coming.
Oh, bye T-Deck. As the clouds begin to part in a very cinematic and deliberate purpose, somewhere in the back of your mind's going, this is really convenient, because it kind of needs to be. Floats through a colossal fortress. Massive stone walls, parapets, towers. If this thing was on the ground, you'd consider it unbreachable. It would be the hardest thing to break into. I gathered. But they point out that if you want to see the Reapers, that is where you must go. That is where Reapers are chosen and given duties. They're the ones. They're the
Visit.
ones you must speak to.
It's a lovely tower of death you have there.
And one of the shadows is like, thank you. I think my soul was once the architect that made it. I feel a sense of pride whenever I look at it.
Then
Why am I just picturing that scene from Ace Ventura where say, "Oh no, this is a lovely house of death."
lovely room of death you have here. That's what I was referencing. Right, what a lovely room of death you have. Where he's just like gone through the wall and it's all the animals, heads everywhere.
Oh no, what has T-Dac figured out?
I mean, out of character, I probably figured this out, but T-Dac would probably not know. So I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. But yes, if you seek a Reapers, that's where you wish to go. You wish to go to the castle. That is where Reapers are taken, trained, assigned a duty.
I take it it's floating, so how do we get up there?
The shadows just seem to collectively shrug and say, we don't know. If we knew, we wouldn't be down here.
Use the staff to fly us up there, literally like a broomstick.
That's actually not a bad idea.
I actually just need to double check. No, you cannot fly with your stuff.
Can you cast fly?
And I say, I don't think teleportation will work.
No, because you don't know anything up there that you can teleport to.
How about Codex? If he could.
Well, this is bearing in mind, I haven't had a long rest since battling Neil, so my spell slots are non-existent at this point.
Well, maybe we could ask these entities if we could have a bit more of a rest in their house, so we're at least a little bit more protected. Then Gardex might be able to transform into something, say, like large bird.
Yeah.
Or something like that could take us up there.
Well, the only bad part about that is that after looking into druid bits, I cannot actually transform into avionic beings until I'm much higher level. I'm restricted to ground-based animals.
Oh.
Yes, but actually, ground-based animal, to a giraffe, and then I can use enlarge on you.
This is true.
Let me have a look at my options.
That's
'Cause
just
I
the
think I have
tallest
an
being that
equivalent.
I can think of. And then literally have the others climb up your neck. Giants.
I mean, there's no bad idea. It's not.
It's the most natural thinking way. It's like you wouldn't reach even with a giraffe. You're talking like trying to hook onto the helicarrier from Marvel whilst you're at ground level. It's sort of like that kind of a height difference, but I want to give it to you. I want to try and see now if I can create a series of events where you guys can pull that off.
Or
Because that would be...
would I be able to enlarge something like Gingy? Or bake some more items to enlarge and stack? Make like a house of cards of gingerbread men.
You can certainly do that. It'll take a long time, though.
Oh. Yes, that's why I thought that maybe the giraffe might be slightly quicker.
Oh no, my brain's got even done a worse train of thought. So Gardex does the whole giraffe shift and everything else. You all get up there, and then Gardex's polymorph wears out.
Still
And then he's just stuck holding onto a pebble with his own mouth, like, help me! Guys!
Surely the easiest way about that then would be that we all climb off of the giraffe. We hold on to the giraffe head.
And it's my foot.
Giraffe head. No, hear me out. I make him a normal sized giraffe again.
And then
We
Melvin
hold
just
on
pulls you
to
up.
the head, and then he transforms back into a human and we can pull him up.
Oh god.
I mean, giraffe do a lot of hard work for that. Giraffe. Giraffe. No.
God damn it.
It took a while for that to land, but
Or I take it. Can I enlarge? Can I enlarge inanimate objects as well? Can't I?
yes, you can cast a large reduce on inanimate objects.
So, in theory, would I be able to do that on something like, say, if we built a makeshift set of stairs or something?
Yeah, it would certainly enlarge.
That's the point. On that topic of stairs,
Other
are we
than
in a place
enlarging
where there's a lot of earth?
Yes.
Genuine question.
Yes, your mould earth would work. It would take a lot of earth, though. As
And
you
a lot
say.
of-
Again,
lot of
if
time,
we
patience, and
literally made a mound of grass or soil or whatever there is, and then I enlarge that.
You disturbed the dirt. Make a dirt mountain.
Meanwhile, on the fortress, that's funny. That mountain wasn't there yesterday. Poof.
It's the mountain that mysteriously disappeared, like in that post. Like, I don't know. Like that. Never mind. Carry on. Having weird trains of thought. Great. Now I made things awkward.
Oh, that's a giant two-headed snake. That's not going to help.
What's a giant two-headed snake?
One of the monsters I could transform into.
What one
Well,
is
he's
that?
technically his size is huge.
Yeah, enlarge does increase it by a size category.
And this is an amphis. I'm just gonna post the name in here because I can't bloody pronounce it.
Amphispina.
Yeah, a Fispina.
Sorry, I've come up with an even more of a ridiculous idea.
I love your ridiculous
oh
ideas,
God.
guys. Keep them up.
We enlarge goddammit and we use him as a trampoline.
Yes.
And I can I can make sure he's stable by putting his feet in dirt.
Yes.
And Melrin uses his boots of striding and springing to get that extra boost and lowers a rope down to us once he gets to the castle.
This is very true.
Okay, so before we even planned this crazy trampoline idea, do we know the rough distance between us and the floating castle?
Several hundred feet. Like I said, it's like helicarrier to ground. If you guys fall off, I'm not even going to roll the damage dice. It's just you are going to die.
You see,
Marlon,
idea.
you have wall, which stops people from getting through, right?
Not anymore.
Of protection from good and evil.
The force wall thingy that stopped guards in Dwarf Kingdom, where King and Queen got eaten. Well, Queen got eaten.
Well, technically,
Didn't have a wall.
it was from the
That was-
staff again. The staff's got spells, but not this one. The spells have all changed.
I was gonna say I've got shield.
I think that was me. You're speaking of Wall of Wind.
No, I was speaking Wall of Force.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have that.
Okay. No.
Because I know, I have it. Oh, I had it prepared at the time, and then Neil used it later when we were climbing up the tower to stop boulders from falling on us.
Yeah, no, it was Wall of Force.
Let me see.
It was part of the staff. Technically, though, Marlon on the Awakened Bronze staff does have a new wall, although not one really you could climb unless you want to be all Breath of the Wild and use it as a constant scaling updraft.
So this, I have an idea that may not result in complete and utter doom,
Go on.
aka crippled limbs. So because of my background and because of my half orky bits, I have nature's voice, and I can use it to locate animals or plants as a ritual. Is there any chance, even though we are technically alien to this plane, any chance I can locate animals to find beasts capable of high altitude flight that could carry us, or that we could potentially tame to get us up there?
I will allow it, yes. There are some beasts in the Shadowfell. The shadow creatures themselves could help you in such a thing. How high a CR can it go? Because I'm not familiar with that background.
Let me see. It doesn't have a. Let me have a look. Nature's voice. Better.
Of course, I do this and realise, of course, I can just look at your character sheet on D&D Beyond.
Oh yeah, that would help. Just do that one. View my sheet. Yeah, so what do we have? We have features and traits, is it? Druid features. Racial traits, here we are. Nature's voice. All it says is you gain the ability to cast locate animals or plants, but only as a ritual.
Okay, so it's as per the spell.
Yeah.
So you describe it or name a specific kind of beast where you want flying, so I'll kind of allow it. Yeah. Okay, so nearest creature or anything within 5 miles if they are present. Okay then. So you go ahead and do your nature's voice. Begin to locate an animal of some description. Well, we need something with a bit of grunt to it, so let's go that size and up. That's rather handy. Okay. You do pick up on something that is 3 miles away.
Okay.
As you sit there and concentrate on your nature's voice, you'll sit there and watch this Garlic sort of becomes like a human divining rod. Well, half-orc divining rod, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And
organic divining rod.
Yeah. And as he begins to look around, he does point out to you, and you see it swooping low over the forest. It is large, certainly, and it is a large grey owl.
Ooh.
That owl. We tame it, and it shall become our vessel.
I can't do owl calls. apart from tawny owls, which are, I think it's tawnies. Might be. Once ago, twit twoo.
Yeah.
And the best bit, the easiest way to remember it is the female goes twit and the male goes who. Easy way to tell which one's which. Anyway, but yeah, you have spotted and located a creature that may take you up high. The giant owl. But if you could be so kind, Gardex, since you're the one that wishes to tame such a beast, give me a handle animal check.
This is where I see it's -4. No. Oh, it's +4. Okay.
Can I assist?
You can do.
Okay. So
So whoever wishes to make the roll makes it with advantage.
God
Shit.
fucking damn it.
It's been a while since I've hunted anything. I've been with you guys for too long. I'm losing my knack.
Aw.
I haven't used my spear since the beginning. Ever since I've used the gavel. And my spear's my regular hunting weapon.
Yeah, I had plans for that sphere, and then I decided, you know what, the gavel's much more suited for someone like Gardex. Okay, your initial attempts to try and coax this out don't work, and you watch as it begins to sort of fly up, gives you guys a cursory glance as if to go, oh, what have you got? Oh, nothing interesting, and then banks off.
Kara will dig some meat out of our rations and
Oh yeah, because we still
Try
get
it then.
meat.
try and tempt it back.
Okay, so whoever's making out of a handling check, make a check for me, please.
With advantage because of the meat, the assistance, whatever you want to call it.
It's all down to how you guys want to do this. If one person wants to make a check and everybody's assisting, it can be with advantage.
Okay.
If you're all having a shot, it means all of you have to make a roll, but the DC is going to be higher.
I'm trying to help by coming up with the meat.
Okay. So who's making the check?
Gardex, would you like to do the honors?
Let me see. Who's got a better animal handling check out
I've
of a
got
lot of us?
+4.
I've
Plus
got +1.
1.
Okay, so I think between me and you.
I've got no plus to it.
Okay, so we got the meat incoming. Well, actually, if you did it,
Okay.
I can use guidance on you as well.
Hey,
Okay.
wait a minute.
You can put guidance on yourself as well.
This is
That's the
true.
point.
It is a willing
I-
creature. You can't really be unwilling against yourself.
Actually, I need to point out that. Oh wait, I was thinking because Moron is based on wisdom. No, in intelligence, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. Okay, so am I going to make the check this time? Or are you going to make the check? It's up to you.
Screw it, why not? Let's do it.
Okay. So you get an animal handling check with advantage.
I will assist.
Crap. Well, I'll just do it twice. 1, 2,
Don't forget your guidance.
then oh, that's a D4.
Mm-hmm.
Give me, baby. Oh,
Nice.
20.
You sit there and you call back out to the owl and start waving the meat, and it does fly closer. Quite a lot closer, actually. It flies pretty damn quick. You realise it's coming at you with a bit of a dive bomb to it.
oh crap.
I throw the meat on the ground and get away.
It's
So-
probably going to miss, but let's find out.
Those
So-
talons are probably as big as I am.
Gardex, I believe her armor class is 16 misses.
Yes.
Yeah, so it just straight over the top of you. Snags the meat from out of your hands and just lands next to you all. And starts ripping into the meat chunk you gave it. Damn, so close to taking your hands off.
Oh.
So close.
Now is he nomming it in the that's nice of you way, or nomming it as of don't disturb me whilst I eat this meat? Nom.
He seems to be happily tucking in and everything else. Certainly seem to have brought him down to ground level. You can go ahead and attempt another handle animal if you like to try and
Okay.
bring it one step closer to friendly.
It's when we do the owly.
It turns to the whole how to train your dragon just holding out your hand. It's like, don't bite me, don't bite me, don't bite me, don't bite me.
Yeah.
And then
I'll-
we have the natural one.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
produce another chunk of meat and toss
Let's
it
get
at it.
that.
Yeah, I'll assist.
Let's get that assisting guidance going on.
Yep.
Give me a headwick
Sweet.
with that. Give me some extra. Oh.
Pretty good. You get closer, you do manage to place a hand on it and begin to stroke it, and the owl doesn't seem to be all that fussed. You do notice though as you're stroking it, like it still has the texture of feathers. You can still go like this is a physical owl, but it's like that's cold.
Ooh. It's like a very. Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It is like touching a dead owl. But all the textures are like it's an alive owl, but it's also dead.
Okay.
This place is weird. I don't like the Shadowfell.
It's a zombie owl.
It's not a zombie owl. It's just a very Shadowfell related owl.
A zowl.
Zowl. Yeah.
It's a shed
Albie.
owl.
Albie.
But yes, you now have a friendly owl.
I will call you.
Hedwig.
No,
Oliver
that's
Cromwell.
copyrighted. I will name
Can
him after
anybody-
I will name it after a bird friend I had when I was but a child training in the woods. I will call him Tresemir.
Aww.
Do
I was about to say, you could have called him Hawkbait. Welcome, brother Hawkbait. Hoo-ha-ha. Okay. You have the
Yeah,
owl on your side
speak
for now.
again,
It can follow simple instructions to a point, and it may then start to reject you.
Okay.
Just as a heads up.
I would just simply like go to the owl and just like gesture as if for the owl to go down a bit, like low enough for us to mount it.
Okay, only a couple of you can mount up at a time. It is a large creature. So you may have to end up do multiple runs with this creature.
Okay. If that's the case,
here's
Teardag wants to go first with a couple of the guys because your animal handling is the same as mine.
Okay.
Then you'll be able to send him back, and I'll do the last run.
Yeah. Okay. I can deal with that.
Okay. That's cool then. So, T-Deck, go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
Come on, animal handling.
So,
That's decent.
guidance.
Okay. D4, D4, Hey!
Ooh.
Just enough. You manage to coax the owl into flight, and as you begin to gain the altitude and everything else, you watch as the grayscale land seems to open up below you, and you can see now how close to reality this plane is, but everything's all grayscaled out and everything else. But also the cities that you'd expect to see in the villages aren't there.
Oh.
So it's kind of like, oh, okay, so this is how the world used to be originally, before civilization really took hold in places. And you and your friends managed to make it up to a ledge on the floating castle.
Well, I mean, I have to send the owl back to be like, hey, yo, there's people still down there. Like, get down there and pick them up.
Yep, that now brings us to Gardex on the ground. Go ahead and give me an animal handling check, or we could have an interesting part of the campaign.
Oh god.
How to deal with a split party that can't reunite.
Oh no. Oh no. Come on. Oh!
Oh,
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
You managed to call the owl back with perfect grace.
Sweet.
If it was small enough, you'd sit there with like a little leather gauntlet on, little owl treats in your hands, doing demonstrations at Renaissance fairs.
It's more like he lands big wad of meat.
Yep. But you managed to mount up and also fly the next load up to the castle itself. And now you all sit on top of Castle... What did I name? I didn't name it. Dang it.
Castle.
Castle.
Well,
Face.
I just gave it the working title of Shadow Castle. Never got round to naming the thing. Well, it is certainly a keep on the Shadowfell, so we shall leave it at that for now. And I think that's a good place to end tonight, really, because now I have some stuff to plan and prep.
Sweet.
And a
Nice.
castle the name.
I think I had somewhere written down Castle Neratar, but that is an actual castle in D&D lore proper.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Castle floating in the sky. Back in time. It's Castlevania!
I have been watching that, actually. I've been rather enjoying it.
Oh, it's so good.
So, yeah.
Somewhere I have the Belmont family crest saved on my phone.
Nice. Why can I just imagine like all of us like we're at the castle and there's a big gate in front of us and it's like the opening scene from
Castlevania.
From Castlevania with us in front of a gate.
And instead of grayscale, we're in 8-bit.
Oh, that'd be such a meme that.
I
don't
can
ask
certainly
fan art,
try. I mean, it's only 8-bit. It's not that hard. It's not like there's massive amounts of detail.
Oh, fan art, please.
So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that. It's a bit chaotic this week.
Oh, that's fine.
Again, like I said, I had crib notes of what was going to happen, so it's kind of like, okay, I've got like 8 different choices that could go down. This one feels like it will work better.
Sweet.
And considering what you've been bumping into and everything else, it's more fitting that you go here first.
Why is this giving me vibes of SMT4 where we're going to one alternate reality which is like blasted Tokyo and the other one which is like anarchistic Tokyo?
It's just the nature of D&D.
Ah,
I mean, alongside the Prime Material, of course, you've got the Shadowfell and the Feywild.
sweet. I know that in the D&D radio campaign that I'm in the middle of, at some point, like it will be slowly fed into the story, but then eventually we will have the radio station of Elemental Evil.
Oh god, I've just seen something on Facebook now which I hadn't seen. The neighbours' kids challenged us for a water fight. I'm in, just waiting for the water to boil. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
It's going a bit extreme.
Also, I noticed one weird thing. What happened during the stream? For some reason, some weird ass reason, Reddit actually gave me a subreddit.
You mean there was a Sir Foxy subreddit?
Yeah, now there is a Sir Foxy subreddit.
Clearly you need to abuse that subreddit.
God damn it. Also, I need some moderation team there.
Dibs.
Yeah, probably would be actually a good. You would make a good good admin there.
Alright.
Moderator.
Anyways, so we're going to leave it there for tonight, folks. Thank you all for watching.
Mm.
See you all next time for some more D&D next week. In terms of this channel throughout the week, going to do the usual thing of past monthly broadcasts of everything that I've done, and then Tuesday, possibly, going to carry on with Final Fantasy VII.
Ooh.
I've put myself up to a challenge. I have to 100% Final Fantasy VII before the remake comes out.
Good move.
But here's how I'm defining 100%. I have to finish the game, and I have to make sure every character has their ultimate weapon and ultimate limit break. So I don't have to go too far in side questing and things like that. So I don't have to go for Golden Chocobo and all the summer material, that nonsense, because that would just take forever. And reading a 100% walkthrough guide to work out. I'll try to do this completely off of memory.
Yeah.
Because I remember some of them. So I know for Cloud, you have to defeat the ultimate weapon. To get his ultimate weapon. To get Vincent, you have to kill Hojo in the final act of the game.
Yep.
To get Barrett, you have to do some stuff in Corel with the large materia. Sid, you have to get all the large materia to the rocket. And things like that. So, yeah, that is the plan.
Nice.
And then we'll see how things go from there. Right now, I've literally just started the Shinra headquarters bit.
Ah, lovely.
Although about 2 of the 67 plates dropped, and Cody trying to resolve that madness. Although I can't wait for that bit in the HD. Because that's going to look so good. It's going to be amazing. Anyways, with that all said and done, we shall leave it all there and see you all next time. Bye bye.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.